What's up, guys? Welcome to the GSL Code A. It's day number 2. So far, Code A has kicked ass.
Yeah.
This is the Artosis is angry about the Cyclone and Legacy of the Void edition.
That's right. We have a lot to talk about.
We do. First, let's go ahead and just talk about our show today, though.
It's about Legacy of the Void, right?
Sure.
It's about my beta experience this morning, isn't it?
It is.
I heard that there's going to be some StarCraft games played as well, and I guess we can sometimes talk about that when I need a breather in between my ranting.
There's some background stuff going on.
Yeah. But it's some pretty good matches today.
Yeah.
We have Younghua versus Bbyong. That's definitely the highlight of today, I'd say.
Probably the closest match we're going to have today.
Yeah. Panic versus Trap could be all right because it's a PvP.
Yeah, I think Trap probably takes that.
Yeah,
PvP
I mean,
can be a little bit crazy.
Trap has been one of my favorite PvP players for like 6 months now. I've ranked him top 5 PvP in the world for about that long. So I think he should be able to just crush Panic because Panic really hasn't shown that level of play yet. So kind of expect that to be a little bit one-sided.
Panic is very Code A material.
Yeah, very much so. He's a Code A guy.
Some of these other guys bounced out of Code S just trying to get back in there. But maybe we'll see. We'll see how Panic does.
And then, of course, Hack versus Bbyong. You got to lean towards Bbyong there. Bbyong has played very, very well recently. Past really year, he's been playing really well. And Hack hasn't been bad. He's like kind of coming back, but I mean, he's not same level really.
We had a pretty long day yesterday. My throat's actually a little bit torn up from our cast. Yesterday's Code S games were absolutely fantastic. Go check them out if you haven't after this cast, but go check them out for sure. They're definitely worth a watch.
Hey, so your throat hurts from the cast yesterday?
I don't know if it's that or if I...
It could have been like a cyclone that was over there that you couldn't even see, though. That could have...
I was laughing.
It could have locked onto your throat and then gone... It's faster than you, by the way, and then just gone out of your... Like, behind that curtain...
It's easy to micro, too.
Behind that curtain over there, it probably was behind there, and somehow... It didn't rip the curtain, but, like, it still shot you in the throat.
I was at lunch with him earlier before the cast, and I was laughing so hard at this guy talking about the Cyclone.
Yeah.
Look, it's going to be a good day today, man.
I don't think the Cyclone is a good name for it. I think it's...
You think it should be called the Bullshit Clone or something?
I think it should be called the Level 5 Hurricane Clone, something like that. It should be called the Jupiter Spot Cyclone.
The Jupiter Spot Cyclone. Here is our schedule. We're here in Group B today.
Yeah.
But we're going to have Code 8 tomorrow and then 3 days the following week. And then we'll be closing it out on the 15th and the 17th.
Yeah, that's right. Lots of fun that we'll be here with you for. You can always come down to the studio as well. It is open. Now, you see, of course, the matches. We already kind of talked about this. I'm really looking forward to Younghua versus Bbyong. I think that's a fantastic match. I think those two pair up very, very well. And I would not be surprised with a 5-game series there. Other than that, I think...
The rest could very well be 3-0s, I think.
Yeah, it definitely could be. Like, Bbyong and Trap both definitely have the skill to possibly 3-0 their opponents here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's not to say that Hack and Panic in these mirror matchups can't take a game. You know, they definitely could, like, make it interesting at least a little bit. But definitely expect those two to be going to the Code S regulars.
By the way, guys, welcome to our new caster on the Korean side. I'm sure many of you guys who watch a lot of StarCraft II are familiar with him. JYP.
That's right.
Is now one of us. One of us.
That's right. He's passing the dark side of becoming a commentator. May he never return to pro games.
Yes. May he forever be not as good at video
May his
games.
passion just leave forever. And may he make many, many a dirty esport dollar.
Yeah, you guys got to make that dirty esports money, man. So that's pretty cool. We got JYP down here, along with our other 2 veteran Korean casters.
That's right. So, fun times.
Also, we have Legend observing with us today.
That's right. That's cool to have
our original foreign stream observer. We have 2 observers here, 1 Legend, 1 Heaven.
Yeah, for Code A, I believe Legend is the only one observing.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah,
Heaven is observing Code S.
I believe so. So we see here, Hack. Looks like he's got his... who is it that has that? Like, what's the name of that supermodel from when we were kids? Cindy Crawford. He's got Cindy Crawford mole on right now.
He does.
His beauty mark.
Did Marilyn Monroe have a mole too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Beauty mark, we call it.
Beauty mark.
Yes.
That's right.
And we're going to see how he does here today. Hack, very strong. Good player. but this is going to be a tough match for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's done pretty well. He's like played in all the online quals and stuff, and
Qualies.
yeah, I mean, he's pretty good right now. Like, I can't really talk trash about him. He's a strong player at the moment, but Bbyong has been one of the best Terrans in the world for over a year now.
Yeah, I'd say he's been consistently top 5 for a while now.
Yeah, I have to completely agree with you, and he's like the unsung hero of Terran as well. Like, he was one of the guys that was getting in every season back when we had 3 Terrans, 4 Terrans in GSL Code S.
Probably the least celebrated of all the Terrans that have ever been on top, I'd say.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't
really
know why
fair.
that is.
He's like, you know what he is? He's like a Light Alive from StarCraft 1. Like, Light Alive was like a top 5 Terran for like 4 years or something, and like just no one ever talked about him, no one cared.
It's weird too because his playstyle is quite interesting as well.
Yeah, Bbyong definitely is a very stylistic Terran. Definitely has shown us some really cool styles in the past. Notably, kind of rose some fame when he was doing some mech against Protoss and stuff on whatever that map was called, Outboxer? Was it Outboxer? I can't remember the name. I think it was Outboxer. Anyways.
Speaking of maps, we have our map lineup right here. It's going to be Overgrowth, Benai Research Station, Deadwing Merry-Go-Round, and the 5th and final map will be King Sejong Station.
I do have to mention, notice how we don't have Inferno pools in GSL. That's because that map sucks. So tell me why that's in the beta. Why is Inferno Pools a map that I have to
there's still time.
I X that off so quick.
The beta can still be changed.
Inferno Pools is a bad map.
Beta.
I hate Inferno Pools.
Actually, a lot of the maps that have been on ladder are just bad maps. So it's
yeah, they rotate through a few jibby jobber maps. That's for
What
sure.
is the worst map out of StarCraft Brood War and StarCraft 2? What is the worst map that there was?
Oh god, no! StarCraft 1 had some of the worst.
Horrible. Okay.
There were maps that were used like one time, literally professionally in StarCraft 1 because they were so bad.
What is the worst one we had to play on in tournaments back when we were pros?
Paranoid Android.
Oh yeah, that map sucked.
That was a bad
That map was like bad in all matchups in all ways.
Well, I actually liked it because I was Terran and it was fine, but it was a pain in the ass and it was like imbalanced and it was like the spots were so not equal. Gaia was another map like that where the spawns were just not equal.
Gaia was horrible.
Kind of like Inferno Pools, where the spawns can screw up the whole game. Wow.
Our best of 5 has started. Hack vs. Bbyong. Let's see how it goes. The bottom left, one of the best Terrans around. He is.
StarTale Hack.
Yeah, I mean, he is quite a good Terran.
Thought it was the other.
I know.
You're good too, Hack. Sorry. Let's try this again. In the upper right, one of the best Terrans around. He is.
CJN2's Bbyong.
So guys, do make sure that you're letting people know that we are having a Legacy of the Void stream here on GSL.
Yeah.
We're talking about that, and
we're going to be talking about Legacy of the Void while we have Heart of the Swarm playing in the background here.
Yeah.
Oh, from Seattle. Thank you for coming down.
Excellent.
I'm glad you're able to make it down here and see that
that's a really
Seoul
cute
is just as rainy as. Hold up.
Oh, it looks like we're going to have a proxy Marauder rush. We've been seeing this pop up more and more and more. We saw some yesterday as well. But, anyways, this is... Hold on. Okay. I just, like, my brain just keeps going back to the Cyclone. It's like I think the Cyclone is still doing damage to me well, after I've quit the game and gone to work. Still at my house on the PC, and it's got that type of range. I can't even see. I don't even know where it is.
On the train on the way back.
I don't even know where it is. I was on the train. The train was really fast, and the Cyclone can chase that.
Whoa. Double racks.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this should be a double racks Reaper then from Hack.
Well, I can't blame Hack for doing this.
Okay, yeah.
Because Bbyong is probably a player who would win in the long game.
Yeah,
sometimes cheesing game 1 is the best time to do it too.
This is it's kind of like a coin flippy type build. If you catch the right build, you kill it. But we don't see it that often at the top pro level. It's definitely something that Terrans run into on the ladder more often than you see in professional play. So kind of interesting to see it pop up here. In fact, we haven't seen this build at all in GSL for a really super long time. So let's see how it does. Does pop this first Reaper right up. Bunker doesn't really do that much against it.
Oh, he's going to get zoned out here.
Oh, SCV, you can't repair that Reaper. What are you doing?
Well, it looks like he might try to sneak up here through the top. This is a great play.
Get in, see what's going on. Do a little bit of damage as well. As long as he doesn't lose the Reaper, that's good. But he is definitely down right now as far as that SCV count goes. Look at that. 4 SCV difference right now.
Yeah, he's going to have to get in there and kill some workers. Let's see how effective it actually is.
He's
Seems like Bbyong already knows what's going on. He's got the 3 SCVs here.
Oh, and he actually is going to catch one. Very nice kill there by Bbyong. That's pretty painful by Act. He was so spread out. Like, that guaranteed he'd have 2 that definitely live, but it kind of guaranteed he'd lose one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was an odd way to do it. You're probably better just setting all 3 in one direction, you know?
Yeah, it's like gambly, but if you get all 3 up there, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so definitely he's taking a lot of damage on that one Reaper, but you know what? He's still making Reapers. He's starting to get that real damage done, too.
Okay, here comes the Hellion about to pop out here.
Whoa.
This is starting to get better.
Well,
Well, then
and then 2 of them blow up immediately.
You remember, like, way long ago, like 4 years ago, we were casting, we just learned that a Reaper would kill a Hellion in that phase of the game. We're like, huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And then Heart of the Storm came out, and suddenly that no longer occurred.
Yeah, never again. Okay, so we have Medevac follow up with this. So we're going to have counter aggression here from Bbyong.
That's right.
Now, keep in mind, that was double racks that was proxied, so this is really stifled production for a little bit here, which means this counterattack could be really strong here.
Yeah, he's got nothing going on at home. You know, he's just... In fact, the SCV sees it all anyways. He's like, okay, you're making command centers into fact now. Obviously, since the Reapers are at home, you're flying back those barracks as well. But, you know, I got to say, if even though it looks right now like Bbyong is really ahead, if Hack gets a Cyclone, I think he just wins the game. Fairly certain of it, Taste.
I remember the first time I played Apollo down at BlizzCon.
Yeah.
And maybe like 1 or 2 hours we had off that entire gig, but I played him in Legacy of the Void, and the Cyclone was just unreal. I was wondering if it was
they
going to be...
didn't change it.
No, that's what I was getting at. Excuse me. I thought it was like maybe going to be a little bit different.
I remember all of us were talking about how silly it was, and like, oh no, it won't look like that. Well, hold on a second though. We actually have a very nice elevator move here from Bbyong, and definitely going to get a lot of damage down there. Hack in quite a bit of trouble, and GG.
Hack taps out.
Yeah.
Straightforward game. Bungled proxy racks there.
Bbyongled is more like it.
Bad proxy racks there from Hack. Bbyong shuts that down and then has the perfect answer from there. Obviously, with the travel distance that the barracks have to make flying back home, you're just not producing, so it's easy to punish.
Yeah, it's
play like that.
Well, he took the risk, didn't work out. I don't think that game is necessarily indicative of how this series will end up looking. It was a risky play, so.
I don't think we're going to see a build like that from Hack again here.
Yeah. And now, okay, so, you know, yeah, we were talking about the Cyclone at BlizzCon, and here's what I think it is, actually, right? Because they released it on the 31st, yes, but super late on the 31st. And then it was suddenly April 1st when everyone was playing.
That was the joke.
And I was like, you know what? This is the most elaborate. The Cyclone is the most elaborate April Fool's Day joke that Blizzard's ever done. Because sometimes they make really great, funny ones, like where last year we were doing like Warhounds as SCVs and stuff. Like it was pretty funny. Like they've done some very good ones in the past. Introducing that giant mech unit that got formed out of buildings, stuff. They made a nice video for that.
Yeah.
I want to believe that the Cyclone is that for this year. They're like, we're going to make a unit that you literally can't even damage. It's just going to kill you completely. That's what's going to happen to you.
You take it out. Good April Fool's joke, Blizzard.
Yeah, that was really funny. Yeah, but really the joke is just on us Protoss players. Because Terran has it to battle with and Zerga's speedlings.
All right, we're going into game number 2 now. Let's see if Hack can do any better. Over here in the north, our Terran in the red. He is.
StarTale Hack.
We need a sponsor.
They do. You need sponsors to...
Well, if you're watching, you want to sponsor them, now's your chance.
Yeah.
Down here at the bottom.
CJN2's Bbyong.
Or just sponsor them and get a big tasteless face, like a big smiley tasteless face.
I was actually thinking about something like that. Like, what if I was just like, all right, I'll just use all the money from GSL and I'll sponsor you, but I want, you have to like, the rules are you have to wear a tasteless mask when you're playing.
They'd probably do it. Oh, look at this. Bbyong actually going for a proxy right now. putting his own barracks up there.
And this is an interesting response.
Well, yeah, let's see what he can get done with that if this is going to be a Marauder one. So I would not be surprised. In fact, I would be surprised if it was some sort of one Rax Proxy Reaper. Anyways,
I think the Marauder play is actually better TvT.
Yeah, generally I would agree with that. It's you can definitely get a lot done, especially when people are going for the really quick factory builds. They just have so few Marines to actually deal with it. You can snowball pretty quickly.
SCV coming out is not going to see that proxy barracks.
No, that is the hiding spot. That's where my probe goes. It's like, it's where he sits to try to do another scout. It's just like this little...
Yeah, that is the place to go, isn't it?
It's like a little nook that you would never check.
And that tech lab is finishing up now. So we are going to have those Marauders coming out here pretty quickly. Okay, now this is going to be interesting because they're both proxying each other. And I think Hack can actually win with this if he starts to do enough damage quickly. Because, yes, they're both going to have good angles to get into each other's bases, but I think this proxy actually starts sooner. It depends, though. Will he wait for the second Marauder, though? We see a lot of times they bank two, and it looks like that's going to be the case here. So,
you know, I think if your opponent doesn't scout you, that's just what you do. And he hasn't scouted him because he is making that that proxy factory. So I think that this is a good plan because otherwise they're just like preparing normally. If you show the first Marauder, they have a way more time. Two Marauders are going to be done with the concussive shells, which is pretty important.
Oh my God, he's going to spot it.
And that's a good scout. Bbyong has to be feeling very happy, very confident right now. By the way, guys, there's like no one watching because Code and Legacy of the Void is out. So please
coming to our Legacy of the Void cast here.
Yeah, this is the Legacy of the Void cast. All right, let people know it's on the wrong Twitch page. Anyways, we do have these Marauders actually starting to push, and yeah, he just has to pull a bunch of SCVs. There's really nothing else for him to do here.
Well, he's coming out now. Oh man, that's bad.
Man, that was definitely a big
he's still going to get a lot of worker kills here, but you never can let those get surrounded. And that means that, in fact, Hack is still in this game. He's still okay.
Yeah, definitely lost a lot of mining time and whatnot, so that's important, but should not have let that happen. If he could have kept those alive and now have three, he'd be just
this game might have
right
been closer to the GG point, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, to what you were saying, yeah, tell your friends to tune in here.
Yeah,
I know we don't get a ton of viewers here on Code 8, but we'll make it extra fun for you guys.
We're making it extra fun today, guys. We have so much cool stuff to talk about with Legacy of the Void, and these games are not bad at all. They're actually, we have some really high-end, top-end players here. So go on Twitter and retweet the tweet I just made. Do it.
Do it. Do the right thing. This is the special Artosis is angry about the Cyclone edition of the GSL.
Certainly. Well, don't forget the Ravager. We'll be talking about that in a little bit.
Yeah, we can talk about that too.
And the Immortal, the new Immortal. Let's talk about that later, too. All right, so we do have this drop. It's going to be coming in here from Hack. Not a lot of units at home for Bbyong to actually deal with this. Like a single Marauder coming. The Marauder will do a pretty good job, but oh, God.
Let's see where this connects.
Well, that was very, very sloppy. It killed like one SCV and did splash damage to the medevac. So... A little bit sloppy there, but I guess he was probably dealing with that Marauder harassment at home a little bit.
You might want to micro those Marauders up there, too, and try to hit that...
nice pickup.
Hit that depot up there.
Yeah, look at this. Nothing can hit this medevac. Pretty annoying.
He's actually live locked right now.
Yeah. Well, that's one really nice thing about the Marauder rushes. Everyone walls in with depots because of all the Hellion-type play that you can see, those little pushes. And that allows you to just pick those off. If these Marauder rushes like continue in this frequency, we might actually see some new depot placements coming up, which would bring back more Hellion builds.
TvT meta a little bit there.
Could be. Could well do.
Could well do.
Yeah. It's my Claris impression.
You know what we should do?
Huh?
We should just start doing impersonations of all the other casters.
We could. They aren't watching. They're all playing Legacy of the Void. They won't know.
Yeah, they would. And then they're going to try to do impersonations of us, and I'm going to be like, I don't care. I don't watch your cast. All right, well, we have the unspotted star port here.
Yeah, it's definitely not a leopard star port.
No.
Or it would have been spotted.
Nice timing there. Bbyong just one step ahead all the way. The only mistake we've even seen him make out of all the games today was actually letting those Marauders get surrounded.
If this was the Tango, he'd be leading Tasteless, that's for sure.
That's for sure, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have another medevac drop coming up. He does have a single Widow Mine here, but there's a missile turret. It doesn't look like he can actually get anything done there. In fact, there's a... Oh, God. Bbyong is actually starting to make Marines.
Look at this.
What is this game? What am I watching? I think that's just for scouting. It's like a cheap scout.
It's like Code W right now, the way that looks.
Code W.
GSL Code W.
You don't even have a cool voice for that.
No. GSL Code W. Code W.
All right, well, he does have a Viking out here. Push this all back. Okay, he scouts it. Oh, the landed barracks attack isn't going to end up doing as much damage as he had hoped.
Yeah, he's going to be driven back here. Bbyong, sitting pretty right now. Looking quite good. Don't know about that barracks play, but I guess...
yeah, that was a funny one.
I guess you can do that. You can float that inside their base and make Marines. That's possible to do.
Yeah, he did do it. Not that it was the greatest thing I've seen, but we do have this Banshee up here from Bbyong. We'll see what kind of kills he can actually get. Right now, Bbyong is up by 8 SCVs, which is like a pretty frightening number. Hack is like you know, we did... Ooh.
Oh my God!
We did figure
for Hack.
Bbyong would for sure beat Hack.
I didn't know it was going to look like this. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer.
It's a bit... Yeah, it's a bit not close.
This is starting to look like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon, this game, man.
Hack is going to look down and realize that
there's no ground.
That it's 0-3 and fall to the bottom of the cannon.
And fall down, it could be. So we have the CC being made now. A later expand here from Hack. But Hack has not really gotten value out of any strategy he's done, any units he's sent forward. He's quite behind.
Yeah.
See if this drop can change that. I don't know if it will.
Yeah, well, I mean, a Marine drop, you hit it just right, it definitely can do a lot of damage. But, I mean, it seems like Bbyong is just so on top of everything this game that it's not likely that Hack is going to be able to get that damage done. We'll see, though. Right now, Bbyong, it looks like he will be going for mech. That's why he's such a great Terran.
Uh-oh. Oh, God. I want to point out, that was the same, if he goes into that, that's the same Widow Mine that killed the Banshee. So...
Oh my God! Did it hit?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it did. It hit. The Marines are all bruised.
Ouch. Well,
I gotta say, that was pretty bad, considering that, like I was saying, that was the same Widow Mine.
You know what?
Ran into back there.
Okay, this game in particular. Okay, you know what this just made me think? If we got the replay for this and watched it from Hack's position on 8X and played the Yakety Sax theme, it would be so funny. Because like he's like stepping on every rake and like stepping on a banana peel that brings him.
He like sits down on a bench with wet paint. Like this is like
everything's going wrong for Hack here.
He's gonna slip out of a banana peel when he walks out of the booth. Like.
Well,
he's gonna push out now.
28 SCVs to 42. Like, I don't
he's
know.
Pushing.
I can read all these numbers to you guys, but you can also see them. It's like pretty one-sided for Bbyong right now. I'm not sure.
This is going to be two passing ships in the night here. They're going right around each other.
But one's a warship and the other one is a speedboat. Yeah, it's a canoe taken on water. If Hack could just somehow get a Cyclone here, I think he could come back.
Probably come back right away.
Yeah, he'd probably just win the game.
He would kite that entire army all the way across the map.
Ooh.
Wow, that's some impressive range there, Widow Mine. So he's now going to move forward, and guess what? Dun, dun, dun. There's nothing in his base.
It is a little bit of a base trade for
Here's
sure.
what he's going to do. He's going to go kill that base up there, and he's going to go down and kill this.
You know, he does have these siege tanks and stuff. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to really...
This is so funny. He's going for that starport because he knows that if one Banshee comes out, it'll... Oh, never mind. He's actually got a Raven there, so...
Yeah, he's got a...
Never mind. I was going to say if he gets one Banshee out with Cloak, he can win this if he stops...
Ooh, a little bit sloppy there, taking some damage from that siege tank. Bbyong just being cost-efficient enough here. Hack, though, he's got a good air army. And he is still doing quite a bit of damage here.
Yep, he's now rallying his Hellbats back here, burrowing those Widow Mines. Let's see if he actually catches that was happening with those Widow Mines. You never know what the player's screen is in a base trade. It's
it can be
kind of all over the place sometimes. So.
Definitely. You've got to decide where you want to go. Do you want to make sure that your attack does maximal damage, or do you want to like try to stem damage? And oftentimes a player that wins is a player that makes that choice the best.
Well, I mean, this game is basically over. There is the smallest chance that Hack could win this, but I don't see it happening. Young's been too on top of this.
Yeah, especially with this Thor popping out. Like, the Thor will deal... Already this army is smaller and weaker, but it's going to deal, like, just a little bit extra damage there.
Yep. Bruising that a little bit more.
Yeah, and
so we're going to be going into game number 3 here.
Yeah.
And I don't see Hack even winning that. Hack's a very good player, but Bbyong is just on a different level. I mean, he's just too good.
Certainly. It is looking like it might be a very quick 3-0. Starting out the command center. He knows he's dead. His SCV is actually getting some pretty good damage.
All right, he's going to lift up now. Then the SCVs are going to swarm that tank like bees. And then these are going to die over here. And the SCVs, since they can go back and mine, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. One guy's mining, one guy's not.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
You could land that red command center in the main and try to mine it. Oh, no, wait, you can't do that either.
Well, there's no anti-air here for Bbyong right now, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting because there's still a Banshee.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, he has 0 anti-air, but he's making turrets. Oh, and now he has anti-air. Uh-oh. And he has multiple command centers. Poor Hack.
Hack is trying. Well, I mean, it really does show you how good Bbyong is, though. I mean, he's basically played a perfect series here.
Yeah,
I'm surprised those SCVs weren't pulled earlier.
Don't know where they were hiding.
I think they were up in the main. I thought it was actually a line of depots or something up there. But yeah.
Well, yeah, that's not going to work out so well. A couple red Vikings going to go down to the Marauder. He's going to realize too much is mining. Hack should be saying GG any second here.
And that's going to be bringing us into game number 3 here. I don't quite remember what the map was for that, but I'm not sure how much that's even going to matter.
Yeah.
Hack just looks
so far
so much
from
weaker.
their play, like, each has done like a cheese once, kind of. Well, yeah, I don't really want to call this game a cheese
micro right here.
But,
no.
Like, in every way that Bbyong is just outplaying. So.
Well, actually, Bbyong was one that proxied first. I mean, it was... I don't know. It was a weird game, but you can just see the execution here is so much better. I'm actually, to be frank, a bit confused why Hack's still in the game.
Oh, yeah.
It is so abundantly clear and physically impossible for Hack to win here.
It's as if he is I don't know, a Protoss unit and his opponent's a Cyclone here. It's like there's just, you can't catch him. You can't do any damage to him. He's just going to kill you no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
I feel you. Let's, well, I guess let's sit here and watch Bbyong kill Hack for the rest of this game.
I guess so, yeah.
I kind of, normally, guys, when we cast these games, we sort of time it out. Like, we have a pretty good idea when the GG is going to be said, so we sort of, we do the action play-by-play, and then we kind of summarize what's happened, and then the GG sort of cues in here. But he's still in this game. Presumably, he'll be leaving shortly here.
Yeah, I would have to imagine. Hack is really trying hard here. He's almost as much of a tryhard as In Control was this morning against Metasis. Actually played In Control. He was streaming.
Yeah.
I just happened to hit him on the ladder or whatever.
Who won?
It was like my, I think it was my 3rd game.
Yeah.
Oh, he won. Oh, yeah. It was the first time that I saw, what is the name of that unit? The Adept? And he just, like, shreked my probes. And I was like, I started typing to him, and I was asking him some questions. And, like, while I'm typing to him, like, oracles are flying in and harassing my probes and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm like, you actually have a bead of sweat on your face right now. You're trying to beat me so hard. Like, this is literally my 3rd game. I've never seen this unit
exactly
before.
What you're talking about. I had a similar experience when it was like the first day of the beta for StarCraft II, and like I played Grubby, and he like 2-gate Zealot rushed me in a PvP. Like microed so hard he killed me, and was like really happy afterwards. I'm like, are we actually supposed to be trying to kill each other? Because I want to see this game. I'm trying to see the workers move and stuff.
It was. I had another kind of funny game like that where the guy opened up. He's like, "Oh my God, Artosis! I really love your casting. big fan. I'm like, oh, thanks, that's really kind. And he proceeded to like 6-pool me, or I guess it's 12-pool now. But it was just like, I'm like, oh, okay, fun game, sick.
Well, Bbyong did it.
Yeah. Oh, Hack left, sick. All right, yeah.
Hack's out of the game. Let me tell you guys something. Not only is staying in the game that long not the best TV, but it is probably a big mistake to do as a pro gamer in a best of 5. If you are losing a game like that, and that's not like you're just losing, you've lost.
Like, look, you can actually tell right now he's like kind of being a little
This
bit
is not a novel. Those buildings are not going to float to another planet and start over. This is not the single player, okay?
Yeah.
He's
this is
actually
not box
dead.
art, okay? You're
Yeah,
dead.
this is not. You know how the Millennium Falcon like escaped from that? What was it? The Star Destroyer? What is that? The thing looks like a giant gray Dorito. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so if this is StarCraft, that would not have happened. He was not going to Millennium Falcon his way out of like Empire Strikes Back into a win there. That's gone. And
well, unless the Rebels got a cyclone and from a planet in a neighboring solar system decided to kill that giant gray ship with like thousands of people on it manning it with the greatest technology known at the time.
I mean, seriously though, if you're Hack, don't stay in that game like that. I mean, you can see he's not looking in the best spirits right now. There's a reason for that.
He's been really wrecked by Bbyong. It sucks because Hack is like done pretty well. Like, he makes it Code S every now and then. He's a good Terran, and against the right player, like there's a decent amount of people in Code A that I think Hack has a good chance against, but Bbyong is not really one of them. Bbyong is one of these guys you're like, well, he will be in Code S basically no matter what. You have to give him like the sickest badass to get him to not go in.
In the bottom left, in the red.
StarTale Hack.
Hopefully he can win this one. By the way, they need a sponsor. Right there. You have money? Are you a rich Saudi Arabian prince? Would you like to sponsor them? Do it. Do the right thing. In the upper left. In the color of the sky.
CJN2's Bbyong.
Not the sky and soul, my friend.
No. No.
Maybe the
sky,
tile
the
set
sky
is
and
this
soul
color
right now. I left my house today and I'm like, I guess there is a reason I play video games all day indoors.
See the tile set
Smog
here?
and soul is pretty bad.
That shade of gray is what the sky looks like right now outside.
Weather's terrible today.
Yeah.
I did get my daily dose of smog shine outside.
See those mineral patches? That's how I feel after what happened to me today playing Legacy of the Void Tasteless.
You feel sad or you feel frozen?
I feel blue.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh. Well,
I don't know. I don't know where we take this from here.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. No one's watching.
How are our viewers, actually?
I don't know.
All right, guys, listen.
They're all watching Legacy of the Void right now.
So, guys.
They're watching Protosses get slaughtered by various new units.
I'm actually checking right now. I want to see what the
biggest giant orb that
No, you know what? We're actually doing pretty good.
Are we? How many?
Winter Gaming's got 4K viewers on Legacy of the Void, but we know those are all robots, so.
Obviously. He's got his Cyclone bots in there.
He's got Cyclone bots, man.
Well, looks like a Reaper opening here from Hack.
Do we know what breed of dog Winter's dog is?
I don't really even want to talk about Winter. The guy's like actually kind of
But I do want to talk about his dog. It's pretty cute.
Well, I mean, there's all sorts of great dogs, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'd say
like
overall
my dog's
dogs are
pretty
good.
great.
Your dog's pretty good.
Yeah, she's like really cute and fluffy. She's a nice dog. Doesn't shed, so my allergies don't act up. Pretty sick. I have to take allergy medication when I'm around Tasteless. He sheds too much.
I do, man. Find Tasteless fur all
Tasteless
over the place.
dander, man.
Uh-oh, Artosis. That SCV is stopping.
I think he's waiting for... Maybe he's waiting for like a possible scout timing where he's...
Oh, you know what? I think you're right.
Yeah, like for a Reaper to be out. Because if his opponent did a Reaper build, he would
run right into it.
Yeah, he didn't move it until after the Reaper would have left the base. So that could have been it. All right, sees a single Marine. Doesn't see a command center or anything like that. Probably is going to be able to put this on a factory pretty easily. And with this Reaper actually joining him, we'll easily be able to get the scout.
All right, the Reapers come out. Peeks in.
And he's actually making multiple Reapers and going Helling. This is really neat. It looks like Bbyong is going to go ahead and play TVZ against Hack.
Well, he's coming down now. The SCV, it's kind of funny because the SCV could have actually spotted this much sooner, but...
Well, we'll get chased down. He's going to die. Would have died quicker to a Cyclone, of course, but, you know. Very few units actually shoot while moving.
Okay, so the Hellions come out.
Man, he's actually dealing a lot of damage right now. Hack in some trouble for sure. Doesn't actually get that SCV quick enough to stop the building of that, which would have been huge. So that's the one good thing here for Hack. But look at that. Wow.
Nice, keeping that Hellion alive.
Yeah, that's actually a really big deal.
He can actually get a bust here.
Yeah, this is really good. Of course, he does target it down immediately, but this allows him to get up here and actually clear. A couple of Hellions are about to pop out. So this isn't going to go ahead and kill him all the way, but definitely it's done some damage. He is up in SCVs right now. He's got lots of intel. He's slowing down any mining from that expansion as well.
But with the reactored Hellions coming out here, I mean, it's not much you can do.
Yeah. And that allows his command center to catch up quite a bit. All right. We'll see if Hack can maybe get some sort of counter damage done, because he didn't take that much damage. Like, he's like kind of okay right now, and he does have a bigger army. And with that reactor already done, can definitely push out a few more Hellions, and that's going to be kind of hard for Bbyong to deal with. He's going to have to just use, like, landed Vikings with his Hellions.
I think he'll just barely hold this off.
Yeah, he should.
Let's hope this game in the mid-game here does go a little bit better for Hack here. Bbyong is just, like, Supermaning out of this group right now.
Yeah. This, right now, we actually have 2 turrets being made for Hack, so he's just assuming that Banshees are coming, which they may eventually, but it's like it's so early compared to any time that those Banshees could possibly come out. Because right now, Bbyong is just playing a very defensive game, just going for Hellions and Vikings. Oh god, and he actually traps these Hellions in here as well. Oh,
very nice control, only losing 1 Hellion there.
Yeah. 1 for 4, pretty good.
I don't even know if he should be pushing further forward here. I mean, the next round of Hellions has popped out, so he's going to have to back off. And unfortunately, bringing the medevac there means the odds of a drop working later on are going to be much lower, too.
Yeah, he's pretty aware.
I mean, Bbyong should be aware of that anyways, but when you see it and it leaves, I mean...
Yeah, immediately you're gonna be looking for him to try to maybe drop something in there. Well, right now we do have a 5 SCV lead for Bbyong. Kind of really leading in every way, I would say, and he is going into mech as well. Which, well, guys, you know, mech is, especially on this map, just straight up better than bio. There's Territory. No, they're not. You both have
no, Tosis.
You both have.
Every time you say mech, it makes me crazy.
It really matters on the player. I'm like, no. Look at the shape of the map. 4 bases is so easy.
Yeah.
And if you're not a dummy with your mech, you will literally never break you.
If you have 4 bases all tucked together, mech is just so strong.
Yeah.
Normally the burden of a mech player is to get the 4th base, but if it's right there...
It's free. It's a free base. So, anyways, we do have Hack trying to push up here and get something done. And he's actually got some nice shots. Nah, that's not enough, though. We'll just have a couple more Hellions pop out for Bbyong. He can land those Vikings if need be. He has a Raven to help out.
The Marauders will be a little bit handy here, but I still don't think it's going to be enough when you count the fact that SCVs are going to be pulled here. Ooh, but the angling here,
you know,
even if he kills enough SCVs, it makes it worth it anyways. But overall SCV count actually... pretty similar, 38 to 34.
Yeah, it's slight lead now for Hack after that attack. So it did a pretty decent job considering killing 8 SCVs there and trading reasonably well with the army. It did better than I thought it would. I definitely didn't think it was going to get 8 SCVs. But, you know, Bbyong playing it really safe there. If you don't pull the SCVs and he kills your army, you just lose.
Well, Hack's gone back home now. It's time for Bbyong to push out. Bbyong is definitely taking this game in a nice meching direction. And we'll see. I mean, this is a lot of Vikings, so this landed. If he just like lands like over the Hellions, they don't get good. But this is not.
They do very reasonable damage here. So and you know they don't clump up quite as much. They're just like really good in a situation like this. So nice to see. And he is just crushing through Hack here, man. This is actually just going to be game. I do believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
A little bit lackluster for our first series, but Bbyong, I mean, I think what we can really say here is obviously Bbyong needs to get the hell out of Code A and get into Code S most ASAP easily.
It was definitely ASP easily.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that was That was, I believe you can call that a Shrek-a-bop.
Yeah, well, this is the thing about Code A. It's like
some players are way better than others.
Yeah, Code A, like this time actually has a few really, really nice matches. Just because of how weird last season was with everyone having to requalify. We had like a bunch of great players that didn't make it in, so then we have like Code A is basically stronger than it will ever be ever again this time.
Yeah, well, this is a weird Code A, right? Because we had so many players have a hiatus back into Korea.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, this is like the fat you trim off your GSL if you need a GSL diet. You know, and it's because of matches like that where it's like, okay, that was really one-sided. We all know Bbyong is great, whatever.
Yeah.
Next match, though, Younghwa versus Biel, going to be very, very nice. I think that one's
definitely
really quality
tell
match.
everybody to tune into that because that should be the match to watch for here today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's our first match. Can't get much more lackluster than that.
I don't know there's much else to say for that. But we're going to go and take a short little break. When we return, we're going to go into a much better match here at the GSL Code A. Stay tuned.